Hey, I may not be on the toilet and I may not have any soft porn or cheerleaders behind me for Booth, but Potter's back, bitches. Anyway, let's get on. The picks and insight have been much like the Chiefs' offense, and for that matter, their defense, as well as Tarvaris Jackson's leadership ability, missing for the first 2 weeks. Of course, at least the Chiefs' offense and defense may find their way before the season's over. As for the Sea Chickens, it looks like Pete Carroll may be a little bit more of a genius than people want to say, because it looks like the plan to keep Clipboard Jesus on the sidelines is it's going to work out to get the Andrew Luck sweepstakes won. Probably by about week 10, I think they're going to pretty much have that thing sealed up. So, but then again, the NFC West, you never know. But to put it in perspective, let's take a look. I took a look at the roster grid, and there's a total of 3 Seattle players, none of which are named Tarvaris Jackson. You got Marshawn Lynch, Sidney Rice, banged up, and Zach Miller, who I'm not even sure why I have on the roster, are even on anybody's roster, and none of them crack a starting lineup. So if you think things are tough, well, for your fantasy team, at least you're not the Sea Chickens. Anyway, as for the Booth files, also known as Gabe's Masters Soft Porn on the website, I unfortunately can't not reveal anything quite that exciting. I don't think you guys would want that anyway, but I'll still talk for a while, probably more than I should, and I'll keep the TNA on that right sidebar. So let's see, if you're watching this video, that's over here, or maybe it's over there. I don't know. Yeah, over there. We'll say over there. We'll keep the CBOWs over there week by week as best I can. So enjoy that. So let's get on with this brief recap of week 2. Then we'll get on to week 3 picks. First off, in week 2, we saw our second tie in as many weeks. And, incredibly, neither one of the ties in the first 2 weeks involved Seatown Cultural Nation, although I'm sure just saying tie, maybe giving Coop flashbacks to 2004 to that debacle. But sorry, Coop, I had to go there, and I hope the flashbacks maybe subside by about noon on Sunday. Maybe you'll be back with us. Good luck. Top of the heap, and the Beavers tied at 105 when Ahmad Bradshaw could only come up with 9 points on Monday Night Football to force the tie. Of course, the good news for Higgins was that he didn't put up 100 points in the first 2 weeks and start 0-2. But although that would have been kind of funny, but it wouldn't really be fair, since Higgins for once finally actually drafted a decent team, and you'd hate to see that happen. But speaking of eclipsing 100 points, we had 7 of the 12 teams get over 100 points, led by the Pillaging Peacocks, 133 points. We also had 2 teams that had 99 and 95 respectively, so obviously a high-scoring week in week 2, unless, of course, you were He Hate Me. And the Velveeta cheesy win of the week goes to Circus McQuirkus, who pulled out an 86-78 win over He Hate Me. That's some pretty god-awful scoring for you there, Trexler. But the other significant thing for Circus McQuirkus is that Harry had the first significant season-ending injury, as first-round draft pick Jamal Charles went out with a knee injury. Looking at the roster, doesn't look good for Circus McQuirkus, but we'll get to the week 3 hopes for the Circus and Big Top Harry in just a minute. The fantasy studs for week 2 were Matthew Stafford and Tom Brady, who each put up 34 points. The weekly dud was Antonio Gates and his injured foot, who put up a bagel for He Hate Me, which pretty much explains why Tommy T's team managed a league-low 78 points in week 2. So, enough with week 2. Let's move on to week 3, where we'll just get to the picks. I had some stuff written down, but it's really not that exciting, and certainly isn't going to be funny, so we'll just move on. The Big Brown Bears at 1-0-1 will stay undefeated, as Rashard Mendenhall and Javed Best will certainly outpace the Hates Chris Johnson and Sean Green. Really, Sean Green? We'll see. Spotted Owls finally get off the schneid with a win over Fearboner. The key matchup there is at wide receiver, where Calvin Johnson and Dwayne Bowe will better the output of Roddy White and Reggie Wayne. Tough times in Indy with the passing game, of course, the running game, defense. When you lose at home to Cleveland, it's time to write off the season. Top of the heap also gets into the win column this week, as Jason Witten, tight end, outduels Greg Olson to make the difference. Moving on, Circus McCorkus stays lucky and unbeaten because Harry faces rookie Mike Ing. And basically, at the quarterback position, Ryan Fitzpatrick's going to be chucking the ball all day as the Bills will be chasing the Patriots on the scoreboard and on the field all day long. And Mark Sanchez may manage a win for the Jets over the Raiders, but it certainly won't manage a win for the Beat over the Circus. So Harry's lucky, and once he gets out of that crappy division, the luck will probably run out. Moving on, Pillaging Peacocks take a commanding Ray Guy division lead this week behind the running back duo of Ray Rice and Darren McFadden, who will seriously outrun bottom of the barrels Fred Jackson and Arian Foster. I'm not even sure if Foster's still alive or what the deal is with that hammy, but doesn't look good, Ellis. And well, I could say, hey, change your lineup, Ellis, but I know he's not looking at this video, or probably looking until maybe Monday or Tuesday. Going, oh, have we played 3 weeks already? Damn. Finally, Gabe's Mashers keep pace with the Cox at 3-0 as Andre Johnson and Deshaun Jackson are better than Brandon Lloyd and whoever the hell Shannon plays as a second wide receiver. Miles Austin, I think, is injured, and again, another one of those. I could give him advice on this video, but he's probably not going to see it anyway, so no matter. So that'll wrap it up. That's it. That's all, and that's all there is. Until next time, so suck it.